The E-Cigarette Epidemic by Casey McMinn. The recent boom in e-cigarette use has left lawmakers baffled as to how to regulate what they deem alternative nicotine products. As of December 15, 2018, Mississippi only has 4 laws pertaining e-cigarette use. These laws consist of 2 laws that define what an e-cigarette is, one that prohibits the sale of any e-cigarette component to a minor, and one law that requires the online sale of e-cigarette components to use a third-party age verification. E-cigarettes have begun to be marketed as a safer alternative to traditional cigarettes, even though we have no scientific data to show the effects of a long-term e-cigarette use. This claim is nothing more than a marketing technique used to lure younger generations into believing that e-cigarettes will do little to no harm. It is common knowledge among the scientific community that the more powerful e-cigarettes, commonly known as tank systems, heat nicotine liquid hot enough to produce cancer-causing carcinogens in their vapor. This evidence should convince people not to use e-cigarettes, but the makers of these products are sure to keep the effects of these tank systems quiet. While e-cigarette companies may claim that their products are marketed towards those looking to quit using traditional cigarettes, it cannot be disputed that their products are drawing in more and more people that are barely of legal age. The method of advertising e-cigarette use proves their target audience is no longer those looking to ditch traditional cigarettes. E-cigarettes are being made smaller and sleeker in order to appeal to the millennial smooth sense of style. Today, the common teenage girl can find a rose gold vape to match her iPhone. The 20-year-old man can find a vape shaped like his favorite pair of Air Jordans. There are even vapes shaped like race cars. Every release of a new specially designed vape is showing that the companies in charge of the production of e-cigarettes are catering to the desires of their younger clientele. The renormalization of smoking. How social media has played a large part in the e-cigarette boom. In 2008, the rate of adult smoking was at an all-time low of 14%. As of 2018, that number has jumped back up to 17%. To many, all the progress that had been made towards the eradication of traditional cigarettes has been destroyed by the e-cigarette boom. Popular social media accounts such as Barstool and Old Row have made a business out of having college students send in videos of themselves trying less than stellar stunts, all in order to achieve their 15 minutes of fame. These videos often feature students drinking and using one of the most prevalent e-cigarette devices on college campuses, the Juul. The Juul has been made to look cool and trendy due to its exposure on such social media sites. When college students see someone using an e-cigarette who has been deemed awesome or dumb enough to have made it on a social media account with billions of followers, they subconsciously interpret that to mean that if they use an e-cigarette product, they might be seen as cool too. The solution: how parents can help prevent their children from picking up an e-cigarette. Meet PAVE, Parents Against Vaping E-Cigarettes. The mission statement for PAVE is to educate parents about the dangers of e-cigarettes, advocate for health and safety of our children with regards to their widespread use of these products, and activate our membership to lobby for legislative and/or regulatory action against e-cigarette companies when and if necessary. Parents need to sit down with their teenager and young adult children and make sure that they know the dangers of using e-cigarettes. By doing so, their children will be far less likely to try an e-cigarette when offered one. This Works Cited page shows where I received all of my information and data from. My sources include works by Jamie Brown, Amy Fairchild, Rachel Grana, Dominic Palazzolo, Shania Souls, Cyrus Yaman, Asif Bitton, and David Bates. Fair use slide. Because this slide is used for educational purposes, I am not violating any copyright laws. I obtained all 13 pictures from 13 different sources, so each source does not make up more than 10% of my total places I obtained pictures from.